Yo guys, Late Games here and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about Keemstar and RSGloryandGold. So if you guys don't know, basically Tony, who is RSGloryandGold, was a victim of one of Keemstar's wrong reports, as back in the day, probably about 4 years ago, Keemstar did a story about a paedophile called John Phillips, who was arrested for having sex with a minor. He met playing an internet game called RuneScape, and then Keemstar's team mistook this guy for a streamer called Tony. So this was a massive theme in H3H3's video content nuke, which was basically just a massive exposing video on Keemstar. Although this has led us to today, where Tony on his Twitter said, "We need your help. Before moving forward with our lawsuit, we are in the information gathering phase. Any clips, videos or recordings that you can forward showing the negative tactics used by Drama Alert and its employees would really help." So he's dropped his email, and obviously it looks like this lawsuit, he hasn't stated what he's suing him for, but it looks like it's going to be slander and defamation, which can be quite tough cases to win, so it'll be interesting to see. It looks like he does have a case, but as I said, like, slander and defamation are very hard to prove. Also, because I don't know much about law myself, this YouTuber came out and said that he's got a lot of legal background, and he said, and knowledge, and he said you have no case, but if you're not careful, he'll get his legal fees and compensation for time in a countersuit. He's classified as a news outlet and is therefore protected under limited liability unless specific slander. It also appears that he is outside the statute of limitations for defamation. The max is 3 years. Obviously, he's working with lawyers, because this wouldn't have come out of nowhere, so they obviously think they've got a case, and he wouldn't be wasting his money. They'd probably tell him if he doesn't have a case, but it's interesting to see. I mean, it could be a lot of money down the lane, down the drain, and a lot of stress, so I don't really know whether it's worth it for him, but he obviously thinks it is. So Keemstar replied to this tweet saying, "Tony, last week I visited your stream. You were nice and wanted peace, so I shouted out your stream. You said very nice stuff about me, which we all recorded. A week later, you're talking about suing me. I've been dealing with this flip-flop from you for years. Please just stop." So at first, looking at this tweet, it looks like, oh wow, Keemstar shouted him out. It looks like he is flip-flopping. Although Tony went on to expose this tweet by linking his own video and the time, and it leads us to a tweet saying, "Tony is live with only 144 viewers. Exactly what I predicted. The H3H3 fans already left him, used him like a pawn, and gone. It did this man no favours. They just indirectly exposed him." So yeah, like, that is a big bombshell. I mean, it appears that Ethan is still in contact with him and he didn't drop him, because he did reply to this tweet saying, "Don't let him get you down, Tony." So obviously they probably are still speaking. That's unclear though, but yeah, it just seems like it's mad that it's got to a lawsuit. Is it winnable? I'm not sure. If you guys have any like experience in that area, please just tell me whether you think he's got a case. I'm not sure, because obviously, as I said before, it's been a long time. He's like gone to do this lawsuit a long time after it actually appeared to happen, and also I don't know. I think even if he does win, it's going to take a long time and a lot of money. So you don't know.